Here we go, Planet Earth. Another 30-minute workout. We are actually doing almost the entire workout. We're leaving a little bit of mystery about it, but we're pulling one of our workouts from our 30-day badassery program. The link is in the description to our app. Check it out. It is a 30-day body weight program. You do 5 workouts a week. You do a lower body workout, an upper body workout, core ab workout, and 2 cardio workouts. Every week, the workouts get progressively more challenging to kind of keep on challenging and maximize those results. Right now, we're doing a variation of our week 3 upper body workout. All right, so as always, you're just gonna need a chair for one of the workouts, a towel, water.
Energy.
Yes.
Positive attitude.
Positive energy attitude. So the way it's going to work is we got 7 different exercises. We're going to work for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're going to do 3 laps. So once again, this is a little bit different than what you'd actually do in the app. I want to keep things interesting. Just kind of tease you, kind of excite the palate, and then you can dive in and see the real thing. As always, if you need a little bit more rest between laps, you can hit pause, come back when you're ready, but that does not mean go run errands and then come back when you are when you feel like it.
Or never come back.
Or never come back. All right? We'll know, and it'll make us sad. And disappointed. And you don't want to disappoint people.
No.
Yeah, so here we go. We're just going to do a quick little warm-up. Enough of me talking. All right? So we're just going to do a quick little warm-up. Just start getting those arms going, and then just sort of light punch. This warm-up is going to be a little bit more upper body focused, just because we're doing the upper body. All right, and then I'm just going to step back. We're going to go into some jumping jacks. So remember, our little low impact version is that side step from side to side. I'm doing the low impact. You do regular ones.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
He's so lazy.
Feel the burn. All right, so we're going to get down onto the ground. We are going to do a push-up with an arm rotation. So Dee will do it forward. I'll do it side. You can do it from your knees. Forward arm rotation. Remember, it's not about quantity, it's about quality as we do this. All right, just a couple more. All right, we're gonna roll onto our back. We're just gonna do a little bit of a tuck roll. That's it. Just roll back and forth. This is the peak fun you're gonna have. So enjoy this while it lasts. All right, we're gonna get up onto our feet.
Sorry, buddy.
Let's do a little squat with a rotation. So squat down, rotate just to open up that back a little bit. Fire off those glutes, because we will be using a lot of our butt in this workout, because it is a part of your core, and the core is gonna get some attention in this workout as well. All right, we're just gonna go into some quick feet. Back and forth. All right, and then finally some high knees. So you really want to think about getting your knees up. A lot of people just kind of do this and it's on the ground. You want those knees up, so you can slow it down a little bit to bring those knees up, or just do a high knee march. I'm doing the modified version.
Oh, God.
Yay! All right, so here we go. Make sure you got the chair, towel, water, enthusiasm. We're starting off right out of the gate with me.
With Rob, doing staggered push-ups. Okay, so what staggered push-ups are basically a position where one hand is more in front than the other. Okay, so what that means is the hand that's more in front is in line with the chest. The one that's slightly lower will be below the chest. So you do one push-up, you come back up to the top of the push-up position, and then you switch. So you alternate your hands in between the push-ups. Your shoulders stay away from the ears, head in line with the spine, abs are tight, back neutral. Okay, to modify this, you can do this on your knees, but you want to make sure your bum stays down so you're not sticking your tushy out here. Your body stays in a nice, beautiful neutral alignment. And we only have 10 seconds here. So remember, you're going slow and controlled here. Nice deep breaths. And by doing a different hand positioning, we're targeting the chest, but just in a different angle to make it more challenging. Tricep dips.
Delightful.
Always. All right, so this is where we're using the chair or the couch, whatever you have that's available, that sturdy surface. So you're going to be sitting on the edge with your hands on the edge of that chair or the couch, okay? Shoulders down, chest is open, back neutral, abs are tight. And notice how Rob is keeping his bum nice and close to the chair. He's not letting that bum go far out. He's keeping it close. He's focusing on bending the elbows down to 90 degrees bend at the bottom of that tricep dip. And he's shooting his elbows back. He's not letting the elbows to flare out. So really concentrate on tucking those elbows in. Nice. And making sure that you're not shrugging the shoulders at the bottom of that tricep dip. Just really pull the shoulders down here. Keep that chest nice and open. Slow, controlled, nice little pause at the bottom to make it a bit more delightful. And done and done.
My word. Oh, especially after the push-ups. Oh my goodness. All right, so Dee's going next, and she's going to be doing a plank horizontal pull. Very, very fancy sounding. Because that's what we're all about, class and quality. All right, so Dee's going to be in her high plank position. You can also do this from your knees. One arm up. She's going to pull. So think about a pull-up or a lat pull-down with a bar. That is the same trajectory as your arm. So nice, slow, controlled lift. Nice, slow, controlled pull. Maintaining ample space between the ear and the shoulder. And once again, notice that Dee's lifting with control and lowering with control. Make those muscles work the whole time. The slower you go up here, the more your abs and your butt have to work to help keep the body stable to allow your arms to move. So really focus on keeping that butt squeezed, nice strong abs. So Dee's gonna move along and she's gonna be doing a high-low plank. A lot of people do this wrong, so please pay attention to this. Dee's gonna get into her low plank position. Once again, toes or knees. What you do wanna make sure though is you've got that nice angle to make sure your abs are working. Watch where Dee puts her hand right where her elbow was, and then slowly lowers back down again with the same arm. So up with the same arm, down with the same arm with control, really focusing on putting that hand right where the elbow is, because that way you're pressing, you're using your chest to help get you up, not overloading the shoulders and the elbow. And that's where a lot of people make mistakes. Another mistake is rocking through the hips. So keep your butt squeezed to make sure that you're lifting and lowering your body together. It rises and falls together. Once again, you can go from your knees if it gets to be a little bit too hard. And you got one more second. And now Dee gets to do the third one. She's going to be doing what we call sexy dive bombers. Some people just call them dive bombers, but we like to make it sound a little bit more risque because you deserve it. All right, here we go. Up in your high plank position, she's hinging up, very much like a downward dog. She's going to scoop all the way through, chest up, and then lower herself down, drive her hands through the ground to get back up. Now, this is a very complex move, so if you're still not there yet, when you get to this position, hinge your butt back up and just work on the downward motion instead. So whichever version you are at, if you need to use that hip to drive up, that's totally fine. Challenge yourself with how low you can scoop through, get that face as close to the ground without dragging across the floor. Or you can put a Swiffer pad in your mouth and you can clean as you go.
You could.
It's all about multitasking. And that makes it a functional workout because it's something you can replicate in real life, cleaning the floor with your face. All right, so next up, it's me now.
Yes, we're doing swimmers, guys. It's a really awesome exercise to help work your back muscles. Okay, so especially if you're doing body weight type exercises, often it's very challenging to get creative and find exercises that hit your posterior chain. This is one of the very, very effective ones. So what Rob is doing is alternating and lifting tiny little movements. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Nice controlled movement, nice long arms, long legs. So notice how he's pointing his toes, really focusing on keeping those legs long, the arms long, and so he's not swaying his body. He's not using momentum like that, right? This is exactly what you shouldn't be doing, right? It's a tiny little movement, it's controlled, okay? Nice. So you're activating your back muscles. Your abs are nice and engaged. His head stays in line with the spine. And Bruce is here for emotional support. And we're done. Okay. All right. Last exercise in the first circuit, we're doing wax on, wax off. So you're going to channel your inner Karate Kid in here. Okay. We've all watched the movie
Cobra Kai on Netflix.
Yeah, at least like what, a million times. So hands directly underneath the shoulders, body in a straight line. Abs are tight. So from here, you're going to imagine that you're cleaning your floor, circular motions. If you do have a surface that you're using, let's say you're on a hardwood floor or tiles right now, you could literally grab a rug or a towel.
Or a sock.
Huh?
Sock.
Or a sock. Put it on your hands, and you can literally just slide your arms, creating nice big circles on the floor. Okay, wax on, wax off. But if you don't have that gliding surface, you're going to do what Rob is doing. So he's gently lifting his head onto the ground. Nice big circle, about a ½ an inch off the ground, and then returning that hand, positioning it directly underneath the shoulder. Good. Look at that. Circuit number 1 done.
Oh, God,
we're going to go back to the top. We are not taking rest. If you need your rest, you take a minute, pause, come back after 60 seconds.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, it's you again.
I know.
That's it. Staggered push-ups. I'm liking this setup. Okay, so here you go. Back to staggered push-ups again. One hand in line with the chest, the other one is below, and then switch. Okay, so you never want that one hand to be above the chest. Okay, always in line with the chest, and you're really just focusing on bringing the opposite hand lower.
Sometimes we
bottom
see
of your rib cage.
We see people doing this.
And see what's happening here. He's dragging his shoulder. He's straining, putting a lot of strain on the shoulder and his neck instead of focusing on working his chest. So really focus on bringing that one hand below your chest, so bottom of the rib cage, and the other one in line with the chest. Okay, take your time with the setup, and that's it. Beautiful. Time flies when you're having fun. Tricep dips.
So much fun. Look how hard we're working. We're bringing out the sun.
That's it.
That's science. Direct connection between exercise exertion and sunshine.
So again, keeping that tushy nice and close to the chair. Okay, slow control, pause at the bottom, should straight back up to the top. Focus on pulling your shoulders back, opening through the chest. Elbows go straight back, tucked in. And if you want to make this a little bit more delightful, you can extend your legs out. Good. So what we do in our programs is we always give you comprehensive video demonstrations in which you have included different levels of intensity and progression, so you can always choose one that works for you and customize it based on your own fitness level to make sure you maximize on your results. You're progressing throughout the program and having fun in the process. All right, look at that. Done and done.
Oh my goodness. That was delightful. All right, so we're going back into that horizontal pull. So once again, really, it sounds weird, but really try this. When you reach out, pretend like you're grabbing something and pull slowly. Feel your muscles squeeze as you pull back. Don't just let your arms sling back. You're missing the point. So literally grab the air and feel like you're pulling it. Like you're pulling something towards you. Once again, lots of space. Dee's keeping a good job of depressing her shoulder blades. She's not letting them come up. She's pulling them down, pushing them down, sliding them down her body to make sure she's activating her lats, which are big back muscles that run along the side of your body. What gives you that V? All right, almost there, 2 seconds. And once again, you can go from your toes or your knees. Same thing with this next exercise with the high-low plank. All right, so remember, it's easy to remember the pressing up part. Put your focus in your butt and abs to prevent the rocking. All right, so something that you can do is take a light book, your TV remote. If you have access to really light fitness weighted plates, put a really light one on your back, and it's not for resistance, it's to keep you honest about your hip rocking. Because you feel it shifting and moving all over the place. If it falls off, it means you're doing too much of the hip swiveling and not enough butt engagement and ab engagement. And once again, nice strong press right where your elbow was. Go down to your knees when you need that break. And then challenge yourself when you're ready to get back up, or do it all on your knees if you're not there yet. There's nothing wrong with doing the entire thing on your knees to build up that strength, to get you up onto your toes, to do it with proper strength. All right, dive bombers. Sexy dive bombers. All right, so remember, challenge yourself with the depth. It's very much like a downward dog in the initial part. And really pressing through the ground as you lower, drive those hands through the ground as you hinge yourself back up again. So Dee's lowering herself and then pushing the floor away from her as she brings her butt up. Remember, if that's too much, stop in this position, lift your butt up to get yourself into this nice high pike position before you drop back down again. Whatever challenges you, don't worry about what we're doing, or what, if you're working out with a friend or your partner, what they're doing. Do what challenges you. That's how you get results, not mimicking something that's a little too advanced.
Woo! Feeling that in my lats.
You want to keep going?
No, I'm good.
Sure?
Yeah.
You got 10 more seconds if you want to.
No, it's okay.
Would not be...
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this. All right, guys, swimmers. So again, small movement, control movement, opposite arm and leg alternating right, left. Good. Slow, controlled. Now what you want to think about is really maintaining neutral spine here. Abs are tight. So imagine there's a little tiny juicy strawberry underneath the belly button, and you're doing everything you can not to squish it. So what that means, you're going to pull that belly button towards the spine, trying to create a little bit of space in between your belly button and the floor, and save that strawberry. Keep it in one piece as you're doing this to really fire up your entire core. Okay? Glutes are fired up. 10 seconds to go. And Bruce is hopping over. Look at that. Bruce is into plyometrics. Right? There you go. See? Good job, buddy. All right. Wax on, wax off. So top of the push-up position. Now, the bigger the circles, the more challenging this will become on your core. So remember, find a level that challenges you but allows you to maintain nice, stable core so that you're not rocking through the hips here. Okay, ready? Here we go. 40 seconds. Slow, controlled. Beautiful. So again, if you do have a slight gliding surface, grab a towel, put a sock in your hand, and you can literally just clean your floor as you do this. Become very, very efficient. Nice. 20 seconds left. Slow, controlled movement. So notice how Rob is not allowing his body to rotate. He's keeping his hips parallel to the ground, focusing on keeping the shoulders nice in parallel as well on those circles. Beautiful. Lots and lots of ab work here. Glutes stay engaged. 2, 1, done. All right. One more lap. Again, we're going to keep going. You're welcome to do the same, or if you need a break, pause 60 seconds, come back, and we're going to be doing our third and final lap here. Okay, so back to staggered push-ups. To the beginning, 7 exercises, less than 7 minutes left here, guys. Nice deep breath, and again, really paying attention to the form. Okay, so this is lap number 3. You're going to get a little bit more fatigued and tired, so remember, modify when you need to. You can drop down onto your knees if you need to. It's always form, form, form. Okay, better if you do less repetitions, do them well, full range of motion. So notice how Rob is going all the way down, like his chest and his nose almost touching the ground each time here. Okay, if you're noticing that you're doing half reps, just drop down on your knees and focus on that full range of motion. You're going to get much better results that way. You're going to build your strength way faster, more effectively that way than if you're just, you know, trying to force staying on your toes and doing half push-ups. Tricep dips. There you go.
Oh my gosh. I could just sit here and we could talk about what I should be doing.
No, like you should be doing this, really.
Okay. 2 laps of it.
So much whining. All right, so nice deep breath, slow control. Now, if you wanted to take it up even more a notch, you could lift one leg up in the air and do a tricep dip, and then switch your leg on the second rep and keep alternating. So you're pressing through that one heel nice and strong. You're making sure your bum stays close to the chair or the couch, chest stays lifted. So this is definitely a more advanced version, okay? And again, this is what we do for you when we coach you through our programs is you get progressive demos so you can choose which version works for your fitness level. 2, 1, and done. Beautiful. My turn?
Yeah.
My turn.
All right, so we're going back into that lat pull. Really be aware. And we go over a lot of things because there's so many more muscles working when you do an exercise than you're aware of, and it's important that you're using them properly. So what Dee's doing too is she's really pushing through the floor with that arm, really creating, I say this a lot, a lopsided tripod, just to kind of help brace the body. So driving your toes into the ground, driving that hand into the ground, so you can, with control, go through that movement. When you do that, you're using more muscles, which means you're burning more calories, which means you're building more muscle, which means you're burning more fat. And that's what the name of the game is. So it's not a race, it's form and control throughout the whole movement. 3 seconds to go. All right. High-low planks. Last 4 exercises. All right, so once again, especially here, be really aware of your body. You're gonna be fatiguing, you're gonna start rocking more through your hips. You're gonna start leaving your butt up in the air a little bit longer and not letting it come down with the upper body. And really make sure those hands are going right where you want them, right by your elbow, like it or not. That's where they need to go. Oh, yeah. And notice that Dee is doing a nice pause at the top and the bottom. Pause, then she's lowering herself, a little bit of a pause. And what's great about that is it allows you to make sure your form's engaged. You can press and go, okay, strong press, pause, controlled lower, pause, strong press, pause, controlled lower, pause. And that's why these pauses are incredible. It helps you keep your form on point, which is just awesome. 3, 2, 1. All right, sexy dive bombers. And then we're almost done. So once again, especially this sucker in the later rounds of the workout is just not going to be as magical as it was in the first lap. All right, it's gonna be more magical. So nice high press, swoop, pause with control, all the way back, reversing, driving those hands through the ground to get yourself up. So we're using our shoulders and we're using our big back muscles to help press at the top. Swoop. And remember that hinge if you're having a little bit of difficulty. So down here and then just lift that butt up. You could even do 2 of the modified versions, then 1 regular version. You can start introducing it. You don't have to do one or the other. You can do a combination of both. All right, last 2.
Whew. All right, guys, less than 2 minutes of work left. We're doing the swimmers. So again, nice, slow, controlled, tiny movements, alternating right, left, focusing on stabilizing through the core. So you're not rocking through the hips. So remember about that strap area. You're gonna keep it there underneath that belly button in one piece, nice and safe. Squeezing the glutes, really engaging the muscles in between the shoulder blades. You're working a lot of muscles in your core and your lower back, the erector spinae, multifidus, tiny little guys supporting your spine. So important to straighten those muscles, and we tend to neglect them a lot in our workouts. So we have 15 seconds left. Nice deep breaths. Remember to breathe in here as well. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we get wax on, wax off. Channel your inner Karate Kid in here for the last 40 seconds. So top of the push-up position. So remember, your starting and ending position is with your hands directly underneath the shoulders here. So when you finish that one big circle, place your hand directly underneath the shoulder. Ready? Here we go. Slow, slow, slow control. And remember, if you're starting to fatigue, make those circles a little bit smaller or drop your knees down, but make sure you're keeping your body in a straight line. So you don't want to be sticking your tushy out here. Okay, it's not a tabletop position. You're staying in the modified plank position. So that means your hips are nice and straight here. Okay, straight line. Okay, good. All right, 15 seconds, guys. Nice and strong finish. deep breaths, positive mindset. We got this. 10. Nice. I think Rob could make those circles a little bit bigger. Right? Yeah, there you go. And done. Wicked job. Sweet. Good job. I don't think he likes me very much right now, but that's okay. All right, guys, so shake it off, loosen up. We're gonna be stretching mostly the upper body because that's what we're doing, a little bit of core. So we're gonna start with a 4-point position here. Whenever you're ready, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Okay, we're gonna start with cat stretch. So round your back, drop your head down. Nice long stretch for your spine. And now gently drop your belly button into the ground, stick your bum out, pull your shoulders away from your ears, gently look up, stretching out your core. Nice deep breath here. And then what you're gonna do is thread your right arm underneath your left. You're threading a needle here. You're gonna stick your bum up in the air and drop your right shoulder onto the ground as you're extending it underneath your left hand. You can rest your head down for this as well if you want. So you're gently rotating at your spine. Nice deep breath coming up. 4-point position, outer side. We're gonna thread the needle, outer side. So left arm nice and extended. Drop that left shoulder onto the ground. Beautiful, coming up. Okay, you're gonna walk your hands in towards your feet. Keep your upper body nice and relaxed. Relax your arms, keep your head down, and start rolling up one vertebra at a time. Nice, slow, controlled. And now give it a few nice big shoulder rolls, trying to loosen up those shoulders. Okay, and then bring your arms behind you. Interchange your fingers together and lift your arms up and away. Nice long stretch for your chest. And now interchange your fingers in front of you, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest, drop your shoulders down. Imagine that someone is kind of punching you in the stomach and you're really rounding your back, feeling the stretch at the back of your neck and in between your shoulder blades in here. Now lift your arms up, flip your grip. Okay, keep your fingers interchanged, bend your knees slightly, feet slightly wider than the hip width apart. Lift up with inhale. And with exhale, gently just lean over to one side, feeling the stretch on the side of your torso. Nice long arms. Inhale, back up to the center. Lift up tall. Exhale, slowly lean over to the other side. And now relax your shoulders down. Shake it off. Beautiful. Nice big circles just to loosen up, get rid of any leftover tension that you might have in your upper body. Now switch directions. Good. Awesome. Take a deep breath in. With exhale, shake it all off. Get rid of any tension you have left in your body. Awesome work, guys. Thanks so much for joining us today. Make sure you check out our 30-day badassery program on our app.
Link in bio or in description.
That's it. And we'll see you guys next time.
And follow us on Instagram.
That's right.
Link in bio.
Yes.
Inscription.
Yes.